Welcome to the Leverton on Everything podcast, a podcast where I, Leverton, literally review everything on a daily basis and in under 10 minutes. Today we're going to talk about the classic sitcom Malcolm in the Middle, which ran from 2000 to 2006. I gave it 7 out of 10 stars. Confusing writing, but funny. It's hard to say what the problem with this series is. It is simultaneously brilliant and rubbish, but why is it like this is even harder to say. I think the main problem is that the writers always choose what is funny rather than what makes sense for the characters, and allowing the humor to spring from what the characters would actually do or say. Then there is a baffling lack of, and at the same time, commitment to continuity. The series follows the lives of the members of a family of 5 boys and 2 parents. Malcolm is the narrator of sorts, and he, at least in the show, is claimed to be a genius. Because of the size of the family, and they are not wealthy, the second oldest child, Reese, in the show is portrayed as being a bit of a doofus, and in the end, he ends up at a menial job. And this is an example of what is so frustrating about the show. He's a brilliant cook, so why wouldn't he get a job in a restaurant? Hal, the father figure, nearly goes to prison when he loses his job and discovers that he is a genius at cutting people's hair. So why not open a salon? But this is forgotten after the episode. Then there's the episode where they steal $10,000 from Malcolm, who won it in a scholarship. And then, in a few episodes later, he needs the money for Harvard, and he needs $8,000, and none of the characters remember this theft. So they stole $10,000 from him, and it was a big deal, and everybody talked about it. And then a few episodes later, nobody remembers that, and he needs $8,000. And Malcolm never says, hey, what about that $10,000 I had as a scholarship? Malcolm is shown to be a genius at 3 things, maybe. Math, programming, and surprisingly, dancing. But the finale of the show is when his mother says that he will be the president of the United States someday, and he needs to learn to suffer to appreciate the suffering of the little guy. But the series makes it clear that he would be a horrible president. He has no people skills. The writers either were that oblivious, or they were throwing in these hints for people to see. It's full of great acting and humor, but I still have so many questions. I appreciate the fact that Malcolm is presented like a real boy and not given some kind of undiagnosed condition. Sheldon, anyone? But is he an actual genius? There's little evidence in the show. You'll laugh if you watch this, but if you think about it too much, it will make your brain hurt. Although I have to say, everyone in my family really enjoyed that. My daughters liked it, my son liked it, we watched it together, so it was a nice bonding thing that we had. We watched it in Spain, I remember. We watched a few episodes in Spain. Okay, if you want to hear from my family directly, including my son, you can check out the Everything and More Etc. podcast, where me and him, we talk about things like animated series in the first episode, season, not episode. First episode, I don't know. But we talk about the Thundercats, we talk about Arcane, we talk about, the Owl House, lots of things. So check it out. It's cool. Bye.